Hello my friends, Ahsoka here. So for today's unboxing review, whatever you want to call this, we have a classic action figure from DC Direct. So this is the DC Direct Knightfall Batman, specifically Azbats. This is Azrael as Batman. Now, I had this figure for years, but sadly, tragically, last year he fell off the shelf, his arm broke, and it broken away. I couldn't really glue it back together properly, and I tried and it really messed up the figure, so I had to repurchase this figure. This figure is quite expensive these days, goes for, you know, close to over $100 on the secondary market, so yeah, he's pricey, but I had to have this figure. I mean, for one thing, it's a very specific version of Azrael. This is his first take on the Batman costume. If you guys, for those of you who read Knightfall, Night Quest and all that, this is the first version of his Azrael costume. He later, you know, gets a little bit more militant with it, as like a visor and different things, so it evolves. But this is the first version of the costume, and this is a beautiful figure and a beautiful representation. And really, this is the only representation in a, you know, 7-inch scale. So I had to have him. I had to have him back. So I rebought him. So I thought this time, though, I didn't have a YouTube channel back in the early 2000s when I bought this figure. So now I do. So now let's do a little unboxing. So first of all, just the packaging. I love the packaging. I love that shattered bat emblem. I love that logo. There's the figure. The box is turned brown from time, so it's yellowish now, but that's okay because I'm about to open it. The cover art, it's really cool. It has like pictures of all the different characters from this wave and the shards of that yellow glass. Then it gives you some information on the trade paperbacks. So yeah, it's a really nice packaging. There's the good old classic DC Direct logo from when they DC Comics changed their logo back in the day, which they've done a few times. So there he is. Oh, you know what? There's also the sculpted by section down there, so you can see who sculpted this. So this was sculpted by Brian Kuchart. I am saying his name wrong, but that is who sculpted this figure. So anyways, love the packaging. It looks awesome. I know for some of you this might be someone's grail figure and you're like, I can't believe he's about to open it, but come on guys, you know I have to open it. That's what I do. So let's go ahead and open them up. So I'm gonna go old school and just instead of using my knife I have over to the off camera, I'm just gonna rip it open like this. So there he is. Let's take him out of here. Oh, the packaging is really turned yellow, you know, due to time. We got our little twist off in the back. So let's take that off. Let's get him out of here. And dude, get the twist offs at the bottom. And there he is. He is free. Let's pop him out. There he is. So there is the figure. The base, there's a base it comes with. We'll leave it in the packaging. We don't need to look at the base. Let's look at the figure. That's what we really want to look at here. Move my knife out of the way. So there he is. There is Azrael Batman. Now, I'm not going to try and mess with the articulation much, because especially these older figures, shoot, not even the older figures, when you bought these figures new, sometimes you know, the elbow articulation and you try to move it around, they snap. Might need to, I don't know if I want to boil it, I might need to loosen the joints up, so I'm not going to move it around too much. So unfortunately you're gonna have to just enjoy this as a statue. But man, look at this figure. This figure is at least 15 years old, maybe 12 to 15 years old, and I mean, dude, it holds up. It still holds up. It's still a freaking fantastic figure. Look at the detail. Oh man, I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I had to move it around a little bit. Look at the detail on the gauntlets. Gauntlets, for example. Look at that detail. That fine craftsmanship. It's so freaking detailed. And the face. just everything about this figure is just gorgeous. Let's turn him around a bit. So there he is from the back. And this literally looks like it stepped out of a 90s comic. So yeah, he looks amazing. He looks really nice, and he's definitely worth hunting down. Again, he's pretty expensive on the secondary market. You're going to spend close to 100, if not more, for this guy. But he's absolutely worth it. I mean, there isn't really... Okay, I gotta look for the joints. I'm gonna press my luck too much. You're not gonna find another figure like this in this scale. Our wonderful folks at McFarlane Toys have just recently, or are in the process of releasing, the Azrael Batman from the Curse of the White Knight comics. So this will complement that one nicely. But yeah, this is just a freaking beautiful figure. I mean, DC Direct in their heyday, you know, made beautiful figures. They still make beautiful figures. They're not officially gone yet, but yeah, this guy is awesome. So he definitely complements your current figures. Let me grab something just to compare him to. I'm gonna grab the McFarlane Azrael so you can kind of compare him to a modern day figure. Okay, so there he is with the modern day Azrael from the Curse of the White Knight, and as you can see, he looks awesome next to him. So McFarlane is doing 7-inch figures, and DC Direct did 7-inch figures. So all these figures scale really well together. So yeah, I think he was going to look great next to your McFarlane figures, or on his own, or just in general. So he's an awesome figure. All right, well that's it. That was just a quick look at the Azbat figure from DC Direct. Again, can't recommend this figure enough. It's just a beautiful Azrael Batman figure. It's a rare figure. Really, you're not going to probably see many of these made in the future, just because, you know, now it's the 90s character. So yeah, highly recommend finding this guy. Thanks for your time. Subscribe to the channel if you liked what you saw. Thank you.